You need to see this.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you. Is this your yacht?
No, my friends.
This is your yacht?
Yeah, how can I help you?
I go all over the world interviewing the most successful people. I grew a channel to 10 million followers. Do you think I could interview you real quick?
About what?
What did you do to be able to afford a yacht?
I'm in the oil industry.
Are you a business owner?
I am.
How long have you been a business owner?
Oh my gosh, well, I'm no longer really a business owner. I sold it in 2023.
Sold a company?
I sold my company,
For
yeah.
how much?
For me, my equity shares were worth about 90 million.
$90 billion?
Yeah.
Are you a billionaire?
Yes.
You're a billionaire?
Yes, I am.
Are you actually?
Yes.
That's incredible. What do you do differently? Like, what do you do differently from millionaires? That's what I want to know. There are over 360 female billionaires in the entire world. So I flew out to one of the richest cities in the world, Miami, Florida, to come find and ask women who built multi-billion-dollar and multi-million-dollar empires out here to figure out how they created their wealth and how you can do the exact same thing to become financially free in 2025. So stay tuned with us from start to finish because this video is going to be crazy. With that being said, let's get this video on the way. We're right now at one of the wealthiest parts in Miami at YOLO. We got a G-Wagon pulling up to the valet right now. We gotta see if we can go get some game from them out here, you guys. Come on. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, is this your G-Wagon?
Sorry.
Is this your G-Wagon?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living out here in Miami to be able to afford a G-Wagon?
I'm in the oil industry.
You're in the oil business?
Yes, oil business.
Are you a business owner?
I am.
How long have you been a business owner?
For like 16 years.
Over these 16 years across your companies, what's the most amount of money you've made in a single year?
I don't know if I should say
Can you
that.
give me a range? Revenue, not personal, revenue.
Between 6 to 7 million.
$7 million.
Yes, $7 million.
So you're a millionaire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go all over the world interviewing the world's most successful people. Could I get one quick minute with you for our channel real quick?
Sure.
Is that okay?
After this.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Secret to selling.
You're not asking the wrong questions, you're asking the wrong person.
That's game right
Yeah,
there.
keep asking. Go get a loan, sign up for whatever. Closed mouths don't get fed. And don't be afraid. Just go. If you don't go to the banks, if you don't try and find lenders, you're not gonna know what you need.
So you weren't afraid to borrow money from
No,
banks?
I borrow money all the time.
Actually,
I do.
How do you leverage that debt into wealth though?
Well, I spread it out and I multiply it. A lot of the times you say, okay, this is where we're gonna spend it, but I budget it and I spread it out. And a lot of the times I pay it back before it even makes what it needs to make.
So if you lost everything tomorrow, could you make it all back?
Absolutely. I can make it in 10 phone calls.
So your network's important.
My network is hefty. Big players.
Have you ever met a billionaire?
Can dated billionaires.
You dated billionaires? Well, what have you learned from all the billionaires that you've met, that you've interacted with, that you've networked with? What do billionaires do differently from everybody else?
I think that more than anything, they like to talk. They like quality time. They like listeners. And they can separate the doers from the non-doers. You're gonna be a student for life and be open to that. It doesn't matter where you are. I'm constantly learning and I'm gonna learn until my last breath. So billionaires, they love that. It's the playground and you gotta take notes. You gotta file taxes like a billionaire. You gotta be a big girl if you wanna be with the
Have
big
you
boys.
filed taxes like a billionaire?
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So do you pay a lot in taxes or?
I mean, I have several trust accounts, so.
So what's the best way to not pay a lot of taxes? Because the wealthiest people I've met, they don't pay any taxes.
I would say knowing how to do business, knowing how to write off, and then of course actually securing your wealth. And I want to say making sure that you have that generational wealth by having trust accounts, by having certain portfolios, and filing it properly, doing business properly, and knowing exactly how you can write off. You really have to have a really good financial advisor and have a really crazy financial team. Like your team has to be hardcore. Invest in it. Invest in it, because the more you invest in the best financial advisors and the best tax attorneys, you're gonna save a lot of money.
Right.
Like when you build a team in every single part of your business, when you build the right team, they make money for you. In your sleep, you can trust everybody. I think your team.
Hey, ma'am. Ma'am, question for you.
Yeah.
Is this your Bentley?
Yes, it is.
And what do you do for a living out here in Miami to be able to afford a Bentley?
I'm an entrepreneur and investor.
How long have you been a business owner?
Oh my gosh, well, I'm no longer really a business owner. I sold it in 2023.
Sold a company?
I sold my company,
For
yeah.
how much?
For me, my equity shares were worth about 90 million.
$90 billion?
Yeah.
So how much was the total company sold for?
Well, the company was valued at the time a little over 300 million.
$300 million?
Yeah.
And I go all over the world interviewing the most successful business owners. Could I get one quick minute with you for the channel real
Of
quick?
course, you got it.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
How long have you been a business owner?
Well, I owned Solidcore for almost 10 years before I sold it.
What investment made you the most money?
Solidcore. But I mean, I put 175 grand into Solidcore and it turned into $100 million in 10 years.
So in other words, putting the money back into the business and
Yes.
investing in yourself is the best thing that somebody
Oh my
can do.
God, I would bet on myself every day and twice on Sunday. Like there is no better bet than me because I know I'm gonna win, and if I'm passionate about something, I'm gonna give everything I got. Now I'm a little bit more in wealth preservation mode. So the money that I made, I wanna continue to make money. That's why I'm an investor in startups. I have money in private equity and hedge funds, in the stock market. I do loans. I'm very diversified now. But I think for entrepreneurs, if you think you have the special sauce, you got to go all in on yourself.
I love that. Did you have a lot of people that hated on you or doubted you when you were building your business?
I'm a woman who's been very successful. Of course, I've had other people who has hated on me. It's just part of the process. So the way that I deal with that is I just try to empower as many women as possible.
Right. So how did you personally find that self-belief to go generate millions and millions of dollars? Because a lot of people, they'll doubt themselves when they start out. They kind of get worried about people saying stuff about them. They're going out of the box. How did you find the self-belief to make millions of dollars?
You just have to not care, And the things that I was building a company that was making people's lives happier and healthier. So I was excited every single day. There was nothing that was going to get in the way of me building an empire across the country that I thought was improving people's lives. And normally, the people that have something to say about that are people who normally sit on the sidelines and aren't actually doing the work. So why would I care what they have to say anyway?
They're watching from the bleachers. They're not actually in the game.
Exactly. And the cheap seats are called cheap seats for a reason.
Wow. I love that. That's game right there. Are you a reader by any chance?
Yes.
How many books have you read?
Over my lifetime? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can even do that math.
Yeah.
A lot.
What was the number one book that changed your life?
Oh my gosh. The number one book that I read every few years is what I've already mentioned, and it's How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It is simple, it is effective, and it's one of the reasons we started using names at Solid Core. So if you've ever been to a Solid Core class, you hear your name over and over again. Why? Because your name is the most important word to you in any language. So I wanted to make sure that you felt seen, at home, respected, and it makes you want to come back into an environment that you feel that way.
What's the deepest life quote that you've ever heard?
Easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. Listen, I think a lot of people think after selling Solid Core, I'm gallivanting around and doing whatever. I'm up pretty much every day by 5:36 a.m. I am at the gym 6 days a week. I play beach volleyball for 2 to 3 hours, 5 days a week. I cook my own food. I'm as disciplined as they come because I want to be as healthy and as active for as long as possible. And if I make decisions that aren't in support of that, I'm going to have a difficult time in my 50s, 60s, and 70s. So I choose to make the hard decision now to continue to make sure my life stays as easy and comfortable as possible.
It reminds me of this saying, the road to heaven often feels like hell, and the road to hell often feels like heaven.
Yeah, and make decisions today that make you proud of yourself today and make you proud of yourself tomorrow.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you. Is this your yacht?
No, it's my friends.
This is your yacht?
Yeah, how can I help you?
I go all over the world interviewing the most successful people. I grew a channel to 10 million followers. Do you think I could interview you real quick?
About what?
What did you do to be able to afford a yacht?
I'm actually in the beauty industry.
You're in the beauty industry?
Yes, I own a professional hair care brand that's worldwide.
How long have you been a business owner?
Well, I've been in the beauty industry 42 years, and my very first business was a 4-foot little square that I used to do hair on. So I've always been 1099 and an independent person.
Over these 42 years across your company, what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
Over 9 figures.
9 figures? In 1 year? Could I interview you real quick?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Come aboard.
How you doing, man? Appreciate you guys. Thank you. So if you've never been on a yacht before, you gotta take your shoes off up here. Thank you so much for having us on.
No problem.
We appreciate
Thanks
that.
for coming
Thank
aboard.
you. Are you a billionaire?
Yes.
You're a billionaire.
Yes, I am.
Are you actually?
Yes.
That's incredible. What do you do differently from millionaires? That's what I want to know.
I'm addicted. I love being an entrepreneur. I'm actually a serial entrepreneur. I have 15 companies. So it just starts compounding and,
It's a game.
It's a game and I'm addicted. And some people say, oh, but now you can afford leisure. Well, what's leisure? What is leisure to people? Leisure to me is really getting to do what I love, getting to share it with people I love, and obviously giving back. So that's my leisure.
Which is building for you.
Yes, it is.
And have you ever been broke before?
I have, many times. Our first company completely failed. We lost everything and then started It's a 10 with only one bottle because we couldn't afford anything else. And I was in that business with It's a 10 for 10 years with a partner, and I bought my partner out. I'm the only Latina female brand in the world of my size that's 100% owned by the original owner, the founder.
How many Latina billionaires are there?
That's a good question. I don't really know. Probably not many.
Yeah.
Not many, especially self-made ones.
When you were coming up, when you were growing, when you were building your business, how did you know you made it?
I was actually in New York City, and we had just had a few products out. And I went in the airport, and there was a salon in there. And I walked up to the girl behind the counter, and I asked her, do you carry It's a 10? And she's like, oh, I can't believe you're asking me that. And I'm thinking to myself, why? You're a salon. And she said, because we just sold our last bottle. And we're actually I'm not going to say at another brand's salon, and we aren't supposed to be carrying It's a 10. But I told my manager we had to get it in, and we can't keep it in. It's all off the shelves, and I just love the stuff. And I said, oh, wow, I'm so glad to hear that. I actually created that company. And she said, can I hug you? I always said I was going to hug the person whoever created It's a 10. So she ran around the corner and gave me a big hug. And you know, when you find that passion, organic passion behind a brand, and you become a worldwide brand built on that organic passion, it's priceless to me.
That's a beautiful story.
Thank you.
What's your last message to the younger generation? How can somebody become a billionaire in 2025?
It's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have. And a lot of people say, oh yeah, I don't work harder, I work smarter. It's not about even working smarter. It's about being more strategic. Go where they don't go, because it's a tough market out there, but if you can bring innovation or something different to it, so zig when they zag, and literally get creative and have fun while you're doing it, because you know what, it goes fast. Been doing this my whole life, and you really have to sometimes just enjoy the moment. It's a great ride.
You got amazing advice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Such
I
a
appreciate it.